What's up, gang? What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday night. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing a quick roll call here. Marcel's in the house. How you doing, my man? It's my pleasure, dude. Thanks for coming on. All the highlights. Let's see what's happening, buddy. Mantle 7, Michael Mazza, the trade maestro, the trade guru. Oh, who else we got on here? We got Daily Dose. What's happening, dude? Yeah, let's hope it ends soon. There's no doubt about it. Jason Lung's here, man. What's going on, everybody? Who else we got? Usual gangsters here. I love it. Gerald's in the house. How you doing, my man? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to find a stopgap until he's ready. But then again, there's no guarantee that Volpe's going to play shortstop either. He can play other positions as well. So it's one of the things they like is versatility. As well as some of these other folks, too. Oswald Peraza can play multiple positions. Oswaldo Cabrera. Hirsch is in the house. How you doing, my man? What else we got? Verlander. Yeah. Peter Burns in the house. How you doing, man? Yeah, I'm kind of this. I think the only free agent that's attached to a qualifying offer that they would consider would be probably Carlos Correa, only because he's obviously the most high profile and whatever. So, but I would not be surprised if they didn't sign anybody that was attached to a qualifying offer. I would not at all. So, Judge to the Padres for Luis Camposano, pitcher Gore, Robert Hassel. That's an intriguing trade. I had a couple of Judge trade proposals. I did. Who else we got here? Oh, now it's coming in. Dwight J's in the house. How you doing? What's going on, man? I appreciate that, man. Tun Vandervelde, what's happening? Please don't be sorry. I think it's pretty cool. Billy Branch is in the house. Anthony's in the house. The Cubs fan. Tyler Talbot, my main man. Say hola. Sorry, I did not do a running live stream today. I'll get it next Saturday. I had my day got tied up today. But I'm putting out videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the running channel this and next week. So, but the next live stream I'm going to do is yours with the calves and the soleus area. So that's going to be your live stream. Dave Richards in the house. Ralph Garcia is here. What's happening? Max is in the house. How you doing, Max? Danny, what's good? Beginning of the end of the. I don't know if it's the beginning of the end. I'm curious. William's in the house. How you doing, William? What do I think? I mean, I'm curious to see what they're going to put out as their counter proposal. But keep in mind, I mean, the steps that the owners went like this. So I think that the players' union is probably going to go like that, and unless they actually show that they're willing to compromise, this thing is just going to drag out. Unfortunately, I hope not. But at the end of the day, both sides are going to have to compromise. Both sides are going to have to feel like they gave up something to get something. So, and it has to be that way. Otherwise, it's just going to drag on. And it's going to be terrible for the game. It really will be. No. G-Man, what's happening? Max, what's good, man? Random, what's happening, man? Hall, I did see it, yes. I don't talk that stuff on here, though. Hirsch is in the house. Yeah, Olson trade. Yeah, man. Yes, it should be. I agree 100%. 100%. Suzuki and Rodon take on. I don't know about Hosmer. He's just not. He's a shell of himself, and he's still got $20 million per year for the next 3 years. So I mean, if that's the case, I'd rather just have Rizzo at first or DJ at first. That's my opinion, though. We have so many shortstops. It's one of the more athletic and tradable positions up the middle of catcher, shortstop, and center field. And when teams stock up on them, then they have options to trade to other teams, and they become valuable assets. That's why there's so many of them in the Yankees, and they're some of them were. You can see them out of the top 10 prospects, a bunch of them are shortstops and outfielders. So, Maz is already putting them out. Seattle, Herman, Trey Sweeney, Medina, Florial, Matt McClain, Graham Ashcroft, Zoe Votto. Oof. Yankees get Luis Castillo, Amir Garrett, Kyle Lewis. Cincinnati gets Chapman, Garcia, Peraza, Wells, Mitch, Haniger. God, that's a big trade. Luis Castillo. Amir Garrett and Kyle Lewis. That's a nice little trifecta of guys that are coming to the Yankees. And obviously they're giving up some capital there, but it's all good. Don't worry, Hall. Don't worry, dude. I'll get back to you, buddy. So don't worry, my man. Oh, I want Olson too, Danny. There's no doubt about it, man. He's a beast. And he'd be perfect for Yankee Stadium. Absolutely perfect. Hell needs to. Yeah, man. Yes, he does, Nico Jonas. Yes, he does. Yeah, if they're doing 2000, that was like one of the last aggressive years when the boss was around. So that offseason was monster. Absolutely monster. So, yeah, exactly. Yes, you're gonna dream big, man. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I don't disagree. Are you kidding me? I mean, if they get some other speed in other areas, then I don't really care if Olson has speed. Most first basemen aren't fast anyway. So if you look around baseball, go for me. Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, absolutely, man. The way they're acting, hell yeah, I need to do a GoFundMe. Hell yeah. Bronx. I saw. Oos. Bronx War Boss. What's happening, man? Otogani. Otogani is senior student under Sensei. So, what's happening? Udall, now it's a party, baby. Udall's in the house. Peraza is the most major league ready of all of them. Volpe's not far behind. He's shooting up he's shooting up. So it is what it is. I mean, but I wouldn't be surprised if Volpe makes it this year. But I think if Peraza's not used in a trade, then I think he'll be up to some capacity. So, we got Tyler Talbot, Brian Reynolds, and David Bender to the Yankees for Dominguez, Luis Medina Schmidt, and Trey Sweeney. Dominguez, Medina Schmidt. Yeah, I would do that, Tyler. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like it, man. Mine has a second trades between Oakland, the Yankees, and Arizona. Let's get it, man. Olson, yeah, 39, 100, 111. Yep. Yeah, and they have ridiculous foul territory in Oakland. It's completely insane. No. Volpe's close. Volpe's close. I think he needs to open up the season. Well, he's going to open up and double and see how far he moves out from double to triple. But I don't think he's far. I don't think he's far at all. But I'm hearing the same thing that some people are saying he's ready. But I wouldn't want to risk that right now and then have him have a big regression. That's my only worry. That's my main worry. I should say, not my only worry. Cobra Kai? Oh yeah, heck yeah, Hall Highlights. I watch him. The majority of international prospects that we have, yeah. Center field short. They signed 3 catchers too in this international signing period too. So I'm happy with that. Concert, nice, man. Enjoy the concert, Chris. Enjoy. I hope you have a great time. Well, that's the other problem, Ola, too. You make a great point. The lockout might delay Volpe's development. Exactly. And no, you're right. It's a good observation. And Michael's got, what do we got? Jordan Montgomery, Gleyber Torres, and Voit, Peraza, Medina, Zach Gallen, Carson Kelly go to Oakland. Arizona gets Clark Schmidt, Austin Wells, Trey Sweeney, Daniel Gomez, Chapman, Tyler Soderstrom, AJ Polk, Dalton Jeffries. The Yankees get Frankie Montez, Matt Olson, Sean Murphy, and Ketel Marte. Wow. That's a beast trade, Michael. Absolute beast mode trade. Yankees are giving up again Voit, Peraza, Medina. And they're also giving up Austin Wells, Trey Sweeney. They get Montez, Olson, Sean Murphy. I like that trade. I like it. I like these monster trades. Too bad these GMs and stuff like that won't ever, don't do these more often, I should say. I like them. Those are the types of blockbuster trades, man. Those are the types right there, man. Florial does have a shot. Yeah, he does. He does have a shot. At being the fourth outfield, potentially, an alternate starter or whatever. So he does have a shot. He's a good looking prospect. I mean, he's got to get his hitting up a little bit more, but he's a good looking prospect. Keep taking care of the wife, man. The latest news is that the MLB Players Union is submitting their counter proposal to the owners on Monday. So we'll see what it is. I'll put out a video on exactly what the details are, and then we'll have a better idea of if it's what kind of progress they're making. So, but you'll get the details on it on Monday, no doubt about it. And we haven't heard anything as to what the details might be either. So they're definitely tight-lipped on it. Yankees do go with Anderson, Simmons for short, and then they better trade for Olson and sign Rodon. At the minimum, Daly. At the minimum, yes. But at that, I mean, again, if they can get Olson without Oswald Peraza being in the trade, then I would go Peraza over Andrelton Simmons at shortstop. So Stanton finishes career. I hope so. I'd like for him to get his 500th home run here and win a world championship. That'd be pretty cool. Hirsch, 100%. Yep. They're going to keep doing it too. The projected number one for next year is a center field international prospect called Brandon Mayea. And he's actually projected, higher than Jason Dominguez was when he first was, signed with the Yankees. So, and the Yankees already favored to have the inside track at signing him. So, kind of crazy. Bryant and Freeman for the price of Correa. Yes, you can. 2 All-Stars. Yep. I know Olson is younger, but Freeman has the leadership and now championship experience. Yeah, he does. I mean, I would love Olson over Freeman, but if they got Freeman, I wouldn't complain. Now, Freeman and Correa to me is crazy. That's $500 million for 2 players. So that's a lot. That is a lot. Yeah, I see Volpe making the team in 2023. Atlantis, nice. In the Bahamas, enjoy, dude. It's a fun time. Bahamas is pretty cool, dude. Yeah, they spent a lot on relief pitchers too, Daly. That's right, man. Get some of these young guys. Trade for some guys. Absolutely. Florian Mines. Yes, he does. Roberto Keller. That's a good comparison, Joseph. I like that. Working on an ad? What do you mean, Hall? What do you mean, bud? What's good, Lorenzo? What's happening, man? Would you say Jeter was the MJ of baseball? I wouldn't say the MJ. I would say the. That's a good one. I would say he's the. Could be the Kobe or the Magic, something like that. I don't even know who the MJ of baseball would be because MJ is, to me, is hands down the greatest ever. So, Mets and the Orioles, Michael Mets. Let's see this trade 3. I'd probably say the Magic, Lorenzo, or Kobe's a good comparison too. Yeah, that's another reason why I like that trade too, Ralph. He didn't include Dominguez or Luis Hill. I noticed that too. That's one reason it's such a great trade. Get rid of the Q. Yeah, I mean, so the owners have proposed that in their last proposal too, to eliminate the qualifying offer. So, and to raise the minimum salary. So, but they're still not addressing the service time and the luxury tax thresholds, which are the 2 big ones that the union wants addressed. But I did hear some kind of chatter that they've agreed to raise the threshold, but I don't know how accurate it is and how high they've agreed to raise it. So hopefully I'll get some more insight on Monday on that. I hope it's more than that, Bronx, more boss. I mean, I hope it's more than 120 game season. I really do. Talbot, what do we got? Olson, where did it go? Where the hell? Come on, dude. Here we go. Olson, Chapman, Sean Murphy, and Frankie Montez for Oswald Peraza, Gleyber Torres, Luke Voigt, Everson Pereira, Austin Wells, Domingo Herrera, Randy Vasquez, and Josh Bro. Oswald I would do that, Tyler. I like that trade. You get a lot. I mean, you get as good quality as you possibly can, and I do think the longer this goes out, this lockout, the more motivated the A's are going to be to clear salary, to clear payroll. And this is a great. I mean, taking 4 guys off the payroll and giving them just controllable prospects and just cheaper control players already. That's something I think that the A's would be more. And again, this is a lot of depth. It's got some quality, and obviously we're getting some major quality back in return. But any trade we can get Matt Olson and what do you call it, Sean Murphy, man, and not have to give up Dominguez or Volpe, I'm all over that. I'm all over that, Tyler. That's a good one. Greg Nettles. I mean, his career just fell a little short of a Hall of Fame. That's what I think, Max. If it was on defense alone, he would have been in the Hall of Fame. But unfortunately, he just wasn't dominant enough, and it wasn't long enough to get there, unfortunately, Max. But he was a great player, a great Yankee. I enjoyed him. Hill and Dominguez, to me, are way too valuable, and the only way I trade them is for Bryant Routes. I mean, that's pretty much my take. Or if you're getting Olson and Sean Murphy and like a Montez, at that type of, you're getting 3 important building blocks, that's the only way I move them to. Advertisement for the YouTube channel? Give me some more insight too on Insta there. Oh, I'm curious to know what you mean. Here we go. Oh, the Mets acquire Cedric Mullins and John Means. Oof. Baltimore gets Dominic Smith, Matt Allen, again, Ryan Mauricio, and Brett Beatty. Wow. It's going to cost at least that, Michael Mazza. That's a good trade. If they got Means and Mullins, man. Oh, man. Instant World Series favorites. In my opinion. That's a hell of a trade, Michael. That's a hell of a trade, Mazza. Absolutely, Udall. If he made some big moves, the stadium would definitely rock. I mean, he would kill it, man. He would absolutely kill. I'm getting hot. Got my main man on here. Iron Mike Tyson. Oh. My Iron Mike Tyson shirt, man. Yeah. Cashman do like what Billy Bean did on Moneyballs, paying other teams. Yeah, he could, but I mean, the only thing I wouldn't go crazy over analytics because A's still haven't won a World Series since they've implemented that stuff. That's the other thing too. He can definitely do it, but I think he needs a combination of analytics and combination of Gene Michael type guys. A mesh between the two would be fantastic. Exactly, Billy, too. Yeah, I mean, Michael, it's hard for one player to have an impact. Harder, I guess, to have as much of an impact on a baseball team as they would have on a basketball team. Like I've said before, like you could surround Michael Jordan with like high school All-Americans, and he'd probably still take him to the playoffs. So Michael Jordan was just a whole nother beast. Mark Anthony, shout out from New York, man. What's going on? How far they would, Mark? I mean, if I think they would take it into March and April if they felt that they could get what they want and the sides are still dug in. I think each side is waiting for the other side to blink, right? To overreact or strike first or to give in or something. And so I could see this happening. I could see it happening. And but again, I don't think it would be good. So, but I could see it in April or May. I mean, March or April. Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth is. If when I think about baseball, I think Babe Ruth, right? When I think basketball, I think Michael Jordan. When I think football, I think Barry Sanders. When I think boxing, I think Mike Tyson. When I think martial arts, I think Bruce Lee. So, you know what I mean, Jared? Like, those are the most influential figures out there. And Babe Ruth was like the best pitcher in baseball before he turned into a hitter. And then obviously He was a baseball god. He was a baseball god. A freaking candy bar named after him. Hill and Medina, high end. Yeah, they are. I mean, if they can keep them both, that would be fantastic, Hirsch. It really would be. It really would be. Babe Ruth was definitely in that kind of class, yeah. And again, he was like a big fat slob, like Babe Ruth, but he was, he was a god. I did, Mazza. I did. It's interesting. I mean, it's how close are they? How close are they? I mean, and I know the A's have been working on this for a while. They wouldn't want to get out of that stadium. And they're not, of course, not in the same boat as the Tampa Bay Rays, but I know they want to move on to a new area. There's been talk about Vegas, has been talking about other areas too. So yeah, I found it interesting, Maz. I mean, at the end of the day, Michael, what do you think they're going to do? What do you think they should do? Made a prediction video and accidentally left a team out of the playoffs. Should I take it down? No, just do another video with the update. I mean, just do an updated video haul. And say that. Yeah, I left a team out. I want to give you sorry about that. I want to give you my updated predictions and teams because especially if your predictions change, if you include a team. If you just forgot the team, then I would just do it again. And again, just say that an updated predictions video. You can put something like that in the title. So it's not a big deal. MJ played the flu, played food poisoning. The guy was the best. The best. When you think movies, I think Scorsese. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I'm with you too, Tyler. I think Suzuki would be a great fit here. I really do. 72nd, yeah, man. Oh. 5 out of 6 Oakland council members unanimously voted yes. Yeah. I mean, it's I think it's time for a different stadium, Mazza, for Oakland. I think it's time to also, invest in the team a little bit instead of just tearing it down every couple of years. When you have guys that are a couple of years from free agency, they need to get a more sustainable model. And their model only gets them so far, and then they blow it up, and then it's. So I don't, it's going to be really hard for them to win the World Series if they do that. But at the very least, they're somewhat competitive unlike some other teams like Baltimore. Baltimore was just like almost purposely tanking all the time. A should move to, yeah, I mean, I thought that for a little while too. I mean, I heard Vegas is a popular destination for an expansion, or even though it wouldn't be an expansion, but like I'm hearing Nashville, Tennessee. I'm hearing back to Canada again. So like, I heard Mexico too. I'm really curious. If Poppy gets in this year, it will seem that someday Bonds and Clemens and A-Rod. Well, this is Bonds and Clemens' final year of eligibility. They don't get in this year, they don't get in at all. Same goes for Kurt Schilling. But right now, Bonds and Clemens are trending over 75%, but we'll see how that goes. Schilling is way under. A-Rod, my guess is if Poppy gets in, then A-Rod will probably get in. But it looks like Poppy's trending towards being a first ballot Hall of Fame. So even with the suspension, he was still a much beloved player. Whereas A-Rod was hated by a lot of people. As was Bonds. Brady, yeah. Brady, Jared, of course. Brady's the GOAT. I mean, quarterback, the GOAT. I mean, it's not, Barry Sanders to me is the GOAT running back. If he actually had an offensive line to protect him, forget about it. Oh, nice, Ralph. Nettle's a good player. He was a great third baseman. Aaron, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us are protesting this stupid lockout. It's unnecessary, to be honest with you. It's really unnecessary. My wish team, I mean, Olson. Olson. Oh, Olson and Sean Murphy. Carlos Rodon and a trade for another starter. And Seiya Suzuki. You know, that's what I would do. I mean, that'd be my wish. And just use Oswald Peraza if they don't have him included in the trade. If they do, then you might as well go after the Gusto and go after Carlos Correa. But I know there's a lot of red flags, and it's kind of he's polarizing, but I think he'd wind up being good. Ruth, Gehrig, Ted Williams, and Cobb. Oh God, yeah, that's the very, very super duper elite. Ty Cobb especially. Rizzo, Brian, Suzuki, and keep the farm. Yeah, I mean those are all very doable. None of them are going to require any prospects or international home money. So, but Olson, Olson's my guy. So, I don't know how to do that stuff, Hall, but we'll talk about it on the Insta a little bit. When I think about I don't know to be honest with you, Tyler. Does that mean more games? Like, how many more games? Because there's a lot of games already. I'm like 50-50 on it, Tyler. What's your take on the expanded playoffs? Yes, I'm still with you there too, Michael. I think they should move to Vegas too. I think it would just be a more marketable area. I think they would have more fans. They would generate more revenue. I think you're right there. I think he'll use some prospects for trades, big boy. I don't think he's going to gut the farm though. He never really does. So. Courtney, New York Mets going to the playoffs to win. Max Scherzer go all the way to the Dodgers. I mean, that definitely gonna be one of the favorites. That's for sure, Courtney. And I don't think they're done making moves yet. I still think they're gonna make one or two more moves after this lockout. Team's not. It's not complete yet. Make lineups with the most random Yankees players that we might have forgotten that were Yankees. Let's see. That we forgot were Yankees that were once in. Jay Buhner. Jay Buhner. Let's see. Travis Hafner. Mark Whitten. Mark Whitten. Ed Whitson. I got to think of a few more, JT. There's obviously a lot more. I got to think of a couple more. Who do you have on yours? Highly trusted source of mine says Cubs and A's have had advanced talks about Montez to the Cubs soon after the lockout. That would be kind of crazy, Anthony. But I could see it. I don't know if the Cubs have enough to get him. But adding Montez to, Stroman and Hendricks would be a pretty significant addition to that rotation. What's happening, SP? What's happening? Sean Browning. Peraza definitely deserves a shot, that's for sure. Well, that's a good point too, Michael. Yeah, being in the AAA Vegas team, that's a good point. That's a very good point. And it's just a more desirable destination than Oakland. Like, what the hell's in Oakland? I don't even know. Babe Ruth orphanage playing almost every game. Yeah. There's a lot of and he was sold to the Yankees for $100,000 to finance a Broadway show. Like, it's just, he's got a fascinating story. Babe Ruth. Yep. Hinsky, Richie Sexton. Yep. Greg Allen. Glenelyn Hill. Wow. Yeah. Phelps. Yep. Phelps had the super hairy forearms. They traded Jay Buhner for Ken Phelps. Vernon Wells. Your friend works for the A's in LA, so that's pretty cool, Richard. Well, I hope that they feel that Olson's going to come to the Yankees too. Sean Chacon, I remember him. Yeah. And he was actually solid the time, for the time you say. Aaron Small, too. Chris Stewart, catcher. Yep. Shelley, Cairo, Soho. Soho was clutch. I talked about him a lot. He was one of those most clutch role players. Hit that game-winning or game go-ahead base hit in the World Series in game, was it 5 or 6 against the Mets? And that was the game that they won to win the series. Yeah, please do, Mazza. Please do, man. Berkman. Peraza. Yes, yeah. Yes, he did. That pitcher who recently murdered, what's his name? Sergio Mitre. He played for a bunch of teams, including the Yankees. He murdered his girlfriend and raped his girlfriend's 20-month-old daughter. He just got 50 years in prison in Mexico, I think. Yeah, Udall. 100%, dude. Yeah, Sergio Mitre. Scumbag. Ricky Latte, yeah, man. Mizuki will be at the Shiomi. What team, 2020? Laritz. I would agree with you, Robert Johnson. I don't think they do either. Jose Vizcaíno, another one. Yep. Russell Davis. Oh, my God. I remember him. Matt Noakes. Frank Catalanato. Lance Berkman. Yep. The late Corey Lytle. Yeah. Yeah, Mitre was a solid pitcher, but he's, it's a monster for doing this, for what he did. Trade Voigt, Torres, Hill, Peraza for Olson, Montez, Murphy, Rodon, Suzuki, Story. Yeah, 100%. 100%, man. That's a monster offseason right there. Scott Proctor. Oh, my God. He was a big boy, Shelly Duncan, 6'5". Rondell White. I met him at the Copacabana. He was really cool. Bobby Mercer. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Ralph. Mercer, yep. Mark Salas. Charlie Hayes. Remember when the Yankees traded Roberto Kelly? Yes, I remember that too. And people were not in favor of that until O'Neill came here and became a Yankee god. Graham Lloyd, Mike Stanton. Yep. David Weathers, great relief pitchers. Jerry Mumford. Oh, my God. Rick Cerrone. Shelley's dad is Dave Duncan, the pitching. Yep. Yes, indeed, Mantle. Yes, it does cover right there. Big four in the bullpen leading up to Mo and Wetland. Yeah, man, that was a monster bullpen. Absolute monster bullpen. My favorite player growing up, Don Mattingly. Absolutely loved him. He's a gamer. He's a great Yankee. I wish his career was not cut short because of injuries, but he's my favorite player. Most definitely. My best sports memory being, well, it was a couple, actually. Jim Abbott's no-hitter. I was at that game. David Cohn's perfect game was at that game. I went to a Bulls game in Chicago when Michael Jordan was playing, and if you ever see them introduce the team, you've never seen anything like it when he was on the team and they introduce you can't even hear them announce Jordan's name. The place was so loud and so crazy, and obviously it was Michael Jordan. But if you've ever seen that, you don't know what you're missing, man. If you haven't seen it, it's absolutely insane. I've never heard a stadium or an arena that loud ever in my life. Those are some of my best sports memories. Mattingly, yeah. Skinner, oh man, yeah, I remember him too. Mantle, yeah, it's hard to go wrong with Donnie Baseball, man. It's Dew is a legend, man. I loved him. Oh, nice, Ola, nice. I have a Mattingly ball too. Duncan clouded the ball. Yes, he did. Shane Spencer. I was just gonna say Shane Spencer. Donnie 85, yeah, was that I think his MVP, right? Dad is friends with Jim Abbott. I think I might have him on my channel. That's awesome, Hall. I was at his no-hitter. I sat right behind home plate with my mom. Andy Fox. Steve Balboni, man, with the mustache. I love it. Danny J, I'm not sure. I think he'd be a better fit, Kershaw in Texas, to be honest with you. I'm not sure it'll go that well in New York. I don't know. I don't know. Knicks play the Lakers when they had Kobe. Nice. Michael Jordan. Yeah, man. Jordan was just, I've never seen anything like him in my life. I saw Mike Tyson fight live too. That was another spectacle. Is MJ the GOAT, in my personal opinion, by a mile? Yep. He was in your head before he even got on the court, Rahul. Yes, he is. He's the GOAT, in my opinion, yes. If he was playing in today's game, he'd have probably averaged 50 points a game. Kobe Bryant, 6 years. Freddie 5, 150. Plus incentives. Rodon 3 years, 60. Chris Bryant. I say Kobe Bryant. Chris Bryant. I mean, hypothetically, yeah, I don't think there's a chance in the world Rodon. Oh, no, I'm thinking Correa. 3 years, 60. 5 years, $150 for Freeman. 6 years, 145 for Bryant. I mean, if that was what they got, I'd be totally okay with that, big boy. I'd be okay with that. Chad Curtis did go to prison also. So did Ugeth Urbina, who was a closer for the Red Sox. And so did Denny McClain. It was a 30-game winner for the Detroit Tigers in like the, I don't know, 60s or 70s. He might still be in prison for all I know. I don't know. But there's a bunch of them in prison. John Wetland. Wetland, too. For child pornography, I think. Yeah. I love Paul O'Neill. Love Bernie. Pudge. Oh, yeah. Kyle Farnsworth was here. They actually traded Farnsworth for Pudge. Yeah, Bass. I mean, they can't. I mean, if they touch your finger, it's a foul. Whereas, when Jordan was playing, he was playing against guys like Bill Laimbeer and Charles Barkley. These guys would elbow you in the face. It was like the UFC on a basketball court. It was so much rougher. So much rougher. These guys wouldn't hack it today. LeBron's game is different. He's dominant. Yeah, I like him too, but he's not Jordan. He's not Jordan. But he's a great player. There's no doubt about it. He's an all-time player, obviously. Trade Luke Voigt, Luis Hill, Peraza to the Brewers for Willie Adames and Josh Hader. Yeah, I would do that. I would do that, big boy. These are doable trades. Honestly, they're doable trades. Something Roberts can't remember his name. Is playing for the Orioles. Brian Roberts. Yeah, I remember that too. Played with the Yankees. Yeah, right around that time. Wetland got into trouble. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. They traded Willie McGee for sight. Yes, they did also. Yep. Farnsworth. That's a guy you did not want to charge the mound against. That dude will lay you out, man. Luis Polonia, nice. I remember him too. Shaq and more. Oh God, yeah, Hakeem Olajuwon. Like a lot of great centers too. Tim Duncan, all timer. Got to meet Joe Torre at Books. That's pretty cool. Luis Gonzalez at a place today. Nice. That's awesome, Mazza. Guy's life on the line. You give Jordan the ball. Yep, I do. Hall, that'd be pretty cool, man. Yeah, I'll never forget that game. Ever forget that game. There's no hitter. Kobe averaged 34.35 this season. MJ, yeah, I mean, easily. Steve Howe, another one. Hideki Arabu. Euclid, Ugeth Urbina, yeah. Strawberry, Mike Myers. Yeah, lefty side on these. He used to come into the Halloween theme music. And which is obviously pretty fitting. Schmidt Ridings to Oakland for Montez. I think it'll probably cost more than that, big boy. probably. But I mean, I like Writings potentially. You know, he's coming off an injury, but that's a trade you have to entertain. Bobby. Lots of great games at the Garden from Sen. Oh God, yeah. Kevin Moss, though, he was like a 1 month wonder, man. I remember him. Counter offers coming out on Monday, Matchy. So once the details are out, I will put out a video with the exact details of what the counter offer is. Octavio Dotel, yep. I'm Demeso Marte. 1968 for tax evasion. That's Denny McClain, right? You know? I'm at Sparky Lionel Child. That's pretty cool. Jason Schmidt. Oh, yeah. Remember him? Sweet Lou or Billy Martin were manager. Robot umpires. Anyone would take the. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They would probably be. I could see just putting dirt on the thing, putting a hat on the thing constantly, and trying to discreetly do that. So. Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays, yeah, I mean, I think they're a move or two away from being more legit championship contenders, Rahul. They need another starting pitcher, you know, another versatile bat and a reliever as well. But they do have a chance. I mean, they have a fantastic young nucleus over there. They really do. Kobe 81 at State. Wow, that's awesome. You were at that game? That's crazy. Brunson. I was at the Garden when Jordan put up, I think it was like between 50 or 55 on the Knicks. I was at that game too. What a way to shut up that crowd, man. Whoosh. And I'm a Knicks fan. But, yeah, it was Jordan. So, Jose Canseco. Oh, God, yeah. He won't cut his. I know. It's ridiculous. Kenny Rogers, Ichiro, Hitchcock, Willie Blair. Oh, my God. Ted Lilly. Yankees just need to make a move. They want to continue it. Yes, they do. They need to make more than one move, Mazza. Armando Benitez, yeah. Brad Halsey. Top 10 Yankee tough guys? CC, Kyle Farnsworth, David Wells, Roger Clemens. Hideki Arabu, surprisingly enough. At least those five I can think of right now. Jarrett Wright. Yeah, Paul O'Neill. Cerrone. Yeah, Cerrone was tough too. That's a good point, Mac. Munson was a tough ass too. Kareem Garcia. Actually, I remember him fighting somebody in Fenway. Yep, Mazza. That's right. It was in Fenway, right? He was fighting with some people in the crowd or something like that. I remember that. He was a tough dude. He brought me back there, man. Strawberry, obviously. Yeah, he's another one. He laid out Armando Benitez. Just pulled up. I'm going to say some stuff. Luden! What's happening, man? Not a whole birthday party. All right, man. It's all good, man. It's good to have you, Luden. Do I think the Knicks are getting Zion? I don't know, Rahul. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know if it's... Zion's not going to change the whole... I don't think he's going to change the whole, franchise. I mean, yeah, he does have a foot out the door. He's apparently interested in coming here, so... Maybe. But they need more than Zion anyway. O'Neal, Posada, Tino, yep. Lindy McDaniels. Jeff Nelson, Graham Lloyd. I know, they came out like Usain Bolt, man, to come get Benitez after he hit Tino. And that was the second time he hit him that year. So after a big home run. It's a Denny. Oh, nice. Denny. Oh, remember Denny Nagel? Kenny Rogers? Both with the Yankees. Don Zimmer, honorable mention. Yeah, Zimmer, yeah. Matt Carpenter. Yeah, I mean, you can't hurt, Luden. Can't hurt Matt Carpenter in a minor league deal. Absolutely. Yeah, McLean. McLean's such like a controversy. There's so much stuff about him. It's crazy. And Zion does need to get in shape. Yes, he's got to show that he's actually serious again. Barrett Williamson. Yeah, I mean, a nice little Duke pairing. Yeah, well, they just got Cam Reddish the other day, Mazza. Also one of those Duke teammates. They got him in a trade. Ryan Wilco to place K. Oh, the guy that's on CC's podcast? I mean, maybe. Maybe. Knicks need a point. Yes, they do. I mean, yes, they do. Tino was pretty badass, too. Yeah, I'll give it to him. Strawberry Benitez fight was an absolutely epic fight. Came right around the side and just with the left went around everybody. Andy Hawkins, I remember that. Franchises in the house. What's going on, bro? You think we make moves to outfield even though NCR maybe one outfield move, and if it is, it's got to be Seiya Suzuki in my opinion. That'd be the only move I would personally be okay with. But yeah, I saw NCR. I mean, it's they have some depth there. They have some depth. Will Smith from Dodgers. Judge says no. 3 years left of control on the trade. Would they shop him? Add me, Gratterall. Those guys for Judge, I would do. Oh my God, Luke, that's a monster trade. Yeah, for 1 year Judge, you do that in a heartbeat. Doug Dre back. Wow. Posada barehanded. I remember that. I remember the Kevin Mitchell barehanded catch in the outfield. That was a crazy one. I haven't heard anything yet, Mazza, but it takes a while for some of these people to reach out to respond. So, and I still have more people to reach out to as well. But yeah, I don't expect to hear, but at the very least, I'm going to try. So I'll keep going until I get somebody on here. That's for sure. Yankees offseason should be Freeman, Suzuki, Rodon, Contreras, Melendez. Maybe sign one more start if they don't trust Hill at full season. That's a monster offseason, Matchy. Monster. Stephen Cohen, the Mets will pursue. Possibly. I think they're going to pursue Chris Bryant and probably another pitcher, Raul, my opinion, but it's possible. Yeah, I'm not sure what Flaherty's deal is. I don't know if it's injuries or what. I'm not sure, dude. I'm really not sure. Hall, always get the heavy, bud. I'll talk to you next time, man. Have a good night. Have a safe trip. Beltran, Spanish for Beltran with Ricky. Yeah. Joe Kelly, I'm not sure. Luden. That's a good question. Bartolo Colon, big sexy, yeah. Suzuki or Trey for Marte or Reynolds, and if you can get Reynolds, I get him over any of these guys. So no doubt about it, Mantle 7, no doubt about it. Tyler Austin, remember his debut? Him and Judge, they both hit home runs back to back in their debut at bats in Yankee Stadium. Jesus Montero, the guy that they thought was a can't miss, and they traded him for Michael Pineda. Bryant, I think, would be fantastic here. If Judge ever goes to Houston, I'm asking for Jordan Alvarez or nothing. Oh, easily, Luden, easily. Yeah, easily. Billy Butler, oh, man, nice. Ben Gamble, yeah, another one. He's in Milwaukee now, right? Hensley, Bam Bam Mullins, yep. Olson, Suzuki, or Reynolds. They should go if they can't get Suzuki. Soderstrom would be fantastic to catch the prospect from the A's. Sean Murphy. Yep. More couple. Yeah, Murphy and a pitcher, Soderstrom and a pitcher would be fantastic. With Olson, that would be fantastic. Ben Wallace, Tyshawn Prince, Hamilton. Yeah. The Pistons, man. Yeah. Maglia Ordonez, Pudge, Miguel Cabrera. Oh, heck yeah. Calvin Johnson, Megatron. Oh, God. That's my favorite wide receiver of all time. Him and Jerry Rice. The rest is oh, my God. Oh, man. I love it. Cam Reddish, yeah, he's supposed to play something. I heard, yeah. We'll see how he does. Gives him a little bit of size. Loden, good to have you, man. I'll talk to you next time. We'll keep it short tonight, too. We'll keep it short tonight. Captain, but one of the most shocking aspects of the video, Benitez getting smacked. Seeing you, yeah. Billy, yeah. Yeah. He's just a little flat top going there for a little while. As a Jays fan, I'm worried about the contract demands of both Bichette and. I mean, it's going to cost them. It's going to cost over $500 million to keep those two guys. I mean, it really will. It really will. Yeah, I'm with you there, E. Brunson. I want him in pinstripes. Danny Tarble, another one. Yeah. I think the Yankees get Olson too. Actually, I'm not sure if they're going to get anybody with him, but I think that at the very least they get Olson. So, but I would, yeah. I mean, they got. I mean, I would definitely be asking for a pitcher back in a trade with them. 100%, Mazza. 100%. Ed Figueroa, my God. Yankees, A's, and Cubs were discussing a three-way trade just before the lock. Where are you hearing that from, Richard? Barfield had a cannon in the outfield, Hirsch. Bo Jackson was a beast, Matchy. Absolute beast. Reggie Jackson versus Billy Martin feud starting the A's. Yeah. Bert Campaneris. Wow. Oh, my God. Sean, Tim Brown, Steve Smith, and Jerry Rice. That was a crazy Raiders. Were they all together in the Raiders? No, Brown and Rice were. Steve Smith Sr. too? They're all timers. They're definitely all timers. That other football player that played for the Yankees and Braves drawing a blank. Yankees and Braves. You're not talking about Deion Sanders, no, because he didn't play for the Braves. Niners just blocked punt, scored tying touchdown. Just blocked punt, scored tying touchdown. Good. Go Niners, man. Let's do a bench clearing fight. Martin original. Yeah, I remember that. Steve Kelly. Oh my God. Your friend that works with the A's. I wonder what that trade was looking like, Richard. Was that a Wilson Contreras involved trade? Manan, another starter. Yep. And that's the thing. At the bottom line, let's see your three-team trade there, Tyler. At the bottom line, Yankees need to upgrade it first, shortstop. You need to add a starting pitcher. At the least. You need to have some stability at these three positions, okay? They got to upgrade a catcher at some point too. So I mean, again, this is not a one-off season fix. This is going to be multiple off seasons, and they do have over $100 million coming off the payroll in the next 4 to 5 seasons. So a lot's coming off, so they can spend. Catcher upgrade, most definitely. Gerald Williams, loved him. He's a great player. It's a lot of fun here. 3-starter would be awesome, Christopher. I mean, I think they should get at least 2 starters this offseason. I've been emphasizing that for a long time. John DeLisandro, who are you referring to when you say these things? It can be off-season and into. Yes, it can. Steve Smith played for Panthers, and yeah, he was a great wide receiver. That's right. He wasn't with the Raiders. That's right. Jordan's autograph to sign and give you a jersey. Oh, that would be fantastic. I'd love to. Exactly, franchise. Exactly, dude. Let's get that out of here. Biggest mistake was trading Johnson. I remember Johnson. He was solid too, man. Dave Parker, another one, man. Sounds good, Mazza. Have a great rest of your weekend, man. Thanks for coming on as always. Your support is greatly appreciated, brother. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye, John. Targets for the catcher position, I think MJ Melendez would be a good one. Tyler Soderstrom, Sean Murphy. Well, those three I think would be the three most logical. Carson Kelly also number 4 from the Diamondbacks. Sierra hit some bombs, Udall. He hit some bombs. He really did. Deion Sanders, baby. He's a fun player to watch. I think Cashman had some, probably he was close on a couple of things, big boy. And I hope that they are able to finalize them just right after the lockout and get some things on board quickly. That's what I'm hoping. Just from all the stuff we're hearing and stuff, and I'm talking trades, not free agent. It's free agency. So I think he's probably going to make 2 trades once the lockout ends. Yankees get Wilson Contreras, Matt Olson, and Frankie Montas. Yankees get Perez, Torres, Medina, Cubs get Schmidt and Correa. Wilson Contreras, Matt Olson, and Frank. I like that return too, Tyler. I mean, that addresses 3 positions right off the bat, man. Right off the bat. Those are the types of trades that I think are good ones. It's a good 3-teamer. Adam Warren, Enrique Wilson, another solid bench player. Deion Sanders, maybe. Tony Clark, who's now one of the prime people in the Players Union. Hall, always a pleasure, dude. Safe travels, bud. Trade, yeah, I'm telling you. No runs, DMC. I had that T-shirt. It's somewhere. Dallin Miller Chapman. I had it somewhere. It's probably one of my bins in the basement. Yes, they do, Richard. 100% close to majors prospects, yes. That's why I think Oswald Peraza would have to be included in any trade because he's the closest. Boris is the best in the game, Rahul, 27. But I agree too, Brunson. That's an excellent trade. Tyler Talbot's trade. He always puts out good trades, man. Him and Michael Mazza, the trade kings. Torres, Voigt for pitchers and center fielder. We need both. We need both, man. Correa so full himself. Yeah, I mean, he's going to get paid by somebody, but we'll see what happens with Correa. I'm really, he's not number 1 on my priority list. Matt Olson is. I mean, somebody would take a role as Chapman, Christopher. I really think so. I really believe so. Is Correa still alive? He'd still be shooting shots from across the way. He'd still be a great player. I mean, he's well missed. He was a good dude. Missed the guy. I think the first move is extending Judge. I mean, it's big trade. I don't think they're gonna extend Judge anytime soon. Unfortunately, stupid, but I don't think they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna do a couple trades and maybe some other stuff before even addressing Judge, which to me again is ridiculous, but it is what it is. Albert Bell, guy who had to retire because he had a degenerative hip, but he was just a menacing player. Richards, he's not giving you the goods. You have to get him on. He'll have to razz him. We'll have to harass him next time and get him on. Yeah, it's different, Jason. I mean, it could be 2%, 3%. Depends on what's agreed, but generally, it could be 2 or 3 or 5%, somewhere around there. Blast from the past. Calvino Sanchez. Oh my God! Wow. The Yankees signed trade for first baseman. Where does LeMahieu play? I think he becomes if Gleyber Torres is included in the trade, DJ plays second. If he's not, then he plays super utility DJ. I think personally. Murphy, Olson, Montez, Chapman for Peraza, Hill, Voigt, Florial, Torres, Schmidt, Ridings. Yep. Because Murphy and Olson and Montez are in that trade. Yes. Polonia, Plunk. Oh my God, Steve Farr. Wow. Eric Milton. Ricky Henderson trade. Yep, Davey. Yep. Yes, Ruben did. He definitely had power from both sides. Steven Drew, another one, man. God. How would I grade the A-Rod Soriano trade? I mean, a win for the Yankees because he won a couple MVPs here. They won a title. So, and even though he got popped for a second time with the juice, I still think it's a win by the Yankees. For the Yankees. Even though I liked Soriano. He was a good player. I got mad when the Yankees traded away Ricky Henderson for Poloni. Yeah, so did I. Jose Rijo, my God. Raul Mondesi, hell yeah, I remember him. He was another one. Hell yeah, Hola. How much a payroll it is with that? I mean, that would be cutting 30 to 40% off their payroll, which they would be happy to do. Cecil Field. Oh, I remember when he came here in 86. 96, excuse me. Florial Hill Peraza, he did tell me were players that do have rated high in their evaluations. Florial Hill Peraza, good. Vernon Wells, another one. There's a website for him, but I forgot. Doug Drabeck and Fred McGriff. Oh, God. Austin Jackson, another one. Yep, and then went to the Tigers. And actually, it was decent. Tim Raines, I liked him here. Mason Williams, never panned out for the Yankees. I remember that, Matchy. He had a cannon for an arm, honestly. He definitely had a cannon. Strawberry and Gooden. I was at Gooden's no-hitter. That was really cool, too. Yeah, what did McGriff finish with? Like 493 home runs or something like that? Plunk pitched bad at Daily News. Yeah. Jared Weaver. Oh, man. Yeah. About Jeff Weaver. Jeff Weaver was the Yankee. Jared Weaver was his brother that played with the Angels, who was much better than Jeff Weaver. We had the stinker, Jeff Weaver. Well, that's true, Billy. Obsessed with his home. Yes, 100%, dude. 100%. Next question. I think we can trade. I do, but I don't. I mean, for who? I don't know what the logic is between trading Randall, but they can trade him. Curry. 493, right? Yeah. Rodon to the Yankees, 3 years, 48. I'd be all over that, Tyler. All over that, man. Harold Baines. Yo, that's a good question too, D-Rod. It's a great question. I don't know. They both should be in. McGriff was a great player. I think he should be in. Griffey, oh God, yeah. Yeah, Senior was with the Yankees. Sonny Gray. Tom Flash Gordon. Yeah, man. Weaver looks like yeah. Said the Dodgers wanted Sweeney bad when the Yankees drafted. I don't know. Sweeney could be a guy to get over to the Dodgers and get that Bristol Gratterall over here. No one better field day in his mentioned Billy Martin. Oh God, yeah. He'd be a legend. And Suzuki for 448 to the Yankees, I'd be all over that. All over that, Tyler. J Lux in the house. What's going on, man? Kevin Brown. Yeah, God, yeah, I remember him. Mike Lowell, another one. Went to Marlins and went to Boston and played extremely well. Yeah. Darkest Gray, hell yeah. Yeah, Flash Gordon was good. I liked him. Same thing. Yankees signed Beltray. 04 never happens and Boston doesn't return. It's an interesting point. Bronson. Very possible. Yeah, Brown didn't do that great over here. He was better with the Dodgers. Yeah, Cole has kind of a higher pitch voice. He does. And McGriff is definitely Hall of Famer. Hawkins, I remember that one too. I watched that. No Harry lost. I watched that. Errors in the outfield. Kent, yes, he should be in the Hall of Fame. He was an a-hole, but yes, he should. Anthony, what's happening? Anthony Barker, what's good? Kermit the Frog, I don't know about that. Well, maybe. Alan Mills, I remember him. David Wells' book, he and Cecil Field were sitting on a bench at the airport made out of wood, and it broke. That's awesome, Ralph. Oh, Billy Martin would have been nuts. He would have been ejected for 50 times. Knobloch, yeah, throwing the ball into the stands from second base. The yips. Flash Gordon. Yep. Yes, he did, D-Rod. Steve Kemp, Rafael Santana, another one. Sheffield, yeah, Gary Sheffield, one of the most violent swings I've ever seen. He's still hitting softballs like 500 feet. I've seen some footage of him doing batting practice and just knocking softballs over buildings and stuff like that. And baseballs, too. He still has that swing, man. Elster, another one. Bubba Crosby was supposed to go to spring training. What a fool. Rafael Soria, yeah, they brought him here when Mo tore his ACL doing outfield practice, field practice, and then they brought him here. He pitched well. Here. Oh, he's better than K. Yeah, everybody was better than K. Gawa. K. Gawa was a disaster here. Absolute disaster. Ugh. Spencer, yeah, he was a clutch bit hitter. He had some good home runs here. Euclid, yeah, he was part of a triple play, though, here. That was pretty cool. Very cool, actually. Jay Witasic, I remember him, too. God, you guys are bringing me back. You always use untuck his jersey after. Yeah, I remember that, too. Soriano did that, yep. Which website? That Baseball Trade Values, whatever it is. I don't really care for that website. I think some of their trades are outlandish. But Griff he should be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I don't really follow that. I don't really give that website too much attention. Some of their trades are just ridiculous. Kenny Lofton, yeah, another one. Yep. Tony Womack. Chuck Carey. Oh my God, you guys are just taking. Oh my God. But Baseball Trade Values. Yeah, I don't like that site, Tyler. I think it's ridiculous. It was some of the worst trades ever. Slade Heathcott, Chen Min Wang. He had that Les Frank foot injury. He was a good pitcher for the Yankees before he got hurt. And it was the same after that. Steve Sachs, almost D-Rod. He was close. Mark Whitten. Yep. Oh my God. Did make an offer to store 125. I'm not sure about that. Is that true, Richard? I'm not sure. Oh, maybe. Actually, because they were prepared to make Simeon an offer. They offered him 6 years, apparently. So I'm surprised Story didn't jump on that. Rasmussen, oh my God. Wow. You guys are taking me back, man. But I'm gonna wrap this up early tonight, and I got some stuff to do with my wife. But thank you guys for coming on. Watch out for Monday, okay? My favorite baseball movie, Major League. The original Major League. Classic. Other ones I like too, but Major League's my all-time classic. But watch out for Monday because I'm going to put out the video on the MLB Union counter proposal. You'll know exactly what it is, and we'll get into detail on that on Wednesday night's live stream. So have a great weekend, guys and gals. Talk to you next time.